Matt, we've had a midweek game. How have the preparations been going for Saturday's game against Scunthorpe?
Yeah, really good. We're really pleased on the back of the way the game went on Tuesday, and to come through with 3 points and a much improved second half performance. A few tired bodies Wednesday, Thursday, so I had to look after a few to a certain extent today. Got a bit of work into the ones who didn't play many minutes on Tuesday, but hopefully got a group who are fully motivated and are ready for the weekend.
In terms of the squad itself, obviously we've had a couple of injuries with Rory, Johnny, Nigel. How are they?
So a couple of scan results back. Johnny Maxted will see a specialist in relation to that knee injury, similar to what we spoke about after the game. When a kneecap dislocates like it did, there's going to be some tendon or ligament damage. It turns out there's some cartilage damage. So we're waiting to see the extent of that damage to the cartilage. Hopefully it's a 2 to 3 week. I think just needs some rest time. If not, then it will be surgery. And it also depends on the extent of that surgery. You get a lot of players who have keyhole surgery in relation to cartilage injuries and they're back playing within 3 weeks. But you have other ones who have their cartilage repaired and it's a much longer time frame. So we're waiting to hear back from the specialist, or waiting to send Johnny to a specialist in relation to that. Rowan Ricardo a little bit more complicated than we first expected. No structural damage, but a long-term defect in relation to his knee. It all depends on the pain, how it settles down. He's getting easier day in, day out. He's done his first little bit of running, but only at half pace today. And hopefully he'll be with us sooner rather than later. But that will depend on the pain and the way that the knee stands up to train and the rigours of matches again.
Looking at Scunthorpe, then they've not had a start to a season that they would have liked. Do you see them as being in a false position at this early stage?
Yeah, to a certain extent. Like, it's still early days, and there's still a lot of results which you're not quite expecting. Scunthorpe in lower league football, especially League Two, are a big club and a well-backed club. So you expect them to be performing better than they are with that group of players. I watched the game on Tuesday night and they conceded in the first 5 minutes and then played pretty well against Cheltenham. And we know what form Cheltenham are in, certainly at home at the moment. So they've certainly got some good players within their. It wasn't that long ago they were in League One. And still some players capable of playing at higher levels. So they're in a poor run of form at the moment. We know and understand that. Not too dissimilar to when we went to Southend. And on that occasion at Southend, we gave them something to believe in and something to hold on to. And we've got to do the absolute opposite this weekend when players come forward, be absolutely ruthless in terms of our mindset towards the game and take every opportunity that comes our way, while still giving the opposition absolutely nothing. So it's really pleasing. We're on the back of a positive end to the game on Tuesday, and we came through that together. We came through that collectively, and the squad made a good impact as well.
I want to take a step inside the managerial mind. Does it almost make it a harder game to set up for when you're playing a side that aren't doing as well, as opposed to playing a side that might be flying at the top of the table?
Not really. Look, the personnel's probably changed more than what a team towards the top end of the table, because if you're winning games, the team doesn't change too much, so it might be a bit more easier to predict a starting 11 or any trends or patterns in the opposition. But when you're losing games, you're always looking for solutions. But like I say, I watched the performance on Tuesday night, and they were not far away at all against a promotion candidate in terms of Cheltenham. So they're going in the right direction. It's difficult to know who's available, who's in form, and as far as I'm aware, what a manager will do on the day in terms of formation and personnel. So whether it's more difficult or not, look, we try and concentrate on ourselves as best we possibly can. We always take the opposition into account, but our focus remains on what we can produce on the day. And we know that if we produce a home performance with the characteristics which we've had time and time again at home for the last 12 to 18 months, then we'll give ourselves a really good chance and a really good platform to go and win the game. Like I say, we've got to take the last half an hour or second half of Tuesday night into this weekend's game.
You've said previously that over the next few weeks we will be seeing changes to the side because of the hectic schedule. One of those changes you made on Tuesday, Jake Caprice, put in a brilliant performance for about 75 minutes, switched in for Josh Key, who also was brilliant. Has that given you a bit of a headache there?
Yeah, well, they're welcome headaches. Jake's had to be patient. Obviously, a summer signing and got injured. I think it was the first game of pre-season at Bristol Rovers, and that was a frustrating injury. I'd bit part in terms of minutes in the cup competitions and the friendlies, but it was a real thing on Tuesday, and he took a bit of time to find his feet and get used to the system. But you could see his running prowess and his physical specimen in the second half, whether that was 1v1 defending or getting to the byline. I think obviously he put a cross in for the first goal. and we've got to be mindful of where he's fitness-wise, so it was right to take him off after 70, 75 minutes. And then Josh Key comes on and performs like he has been doing. So it's a great option to have down that right side. You can play them both together. We've got Randell on the other side, or look after Randell at times, which we'll have to do this season. So, it's just great. You've got players putting their hand up and saying, play me this weekend. But Josh Key's done nothing wrong, and neither has Jake Caprice. So it'll be down to who we feel is best suited to this game at the weekend. And then we'll pick another team for Tuesday and the following Saturday. And they keep on coming thick and fast. So at the moment, no player can come and accuse me of not giving them an opportunity, because they're all getting their opportunity, and they'll get more and more opportunities in the next few weeks.
And finally, a word on Ryan Bowman. He got that goal that he was itching for on Tuesday night, and I suppose you could call it an assist from his behind. Yeah,
great assist. I don't think he meant the first one, but he had a purpose to his game when he came on. We know about his physical presence, but he was more mobile and more active in the opposition box, and even chasing the keeper down. Took a little bit of understanding of what the team needed, a selfless act, and he got his rewards off the back of it. So I'm delighted he got his goal. Hopefully he can build on that.